Hi Fam Fam, welcome back to Health Hacks. Today we're going to talk about my house cleaning habits. Thank you guys so much for this requested video. This was interesting because I actually do have a specific cleaning regimen in the house. We talk a lot about decluttering and keeping our spaces organized, but as far as a health level goes, how do we keep our houses clean? Coming from California where the weather is dry and kind of cooler, not humid, we kind of got spoiled in the sense that putting your baby on the ground is not like really dangerous or hazardous to their health. It's actually good for building their immunity and it's exposing them to things that allow them to get stronger. But then my dad once told me that if I took my kids to the tropics, I would probably end up killing them. And we moved to Hawaii and we did battle for that first year with a lot of sickness. We got dengue fever. We were just sick all the time. And I realized what my dad had told me was that our hygienic practices needed to be a little bit more on point in places where mold and virus and things kind of grow out of control and very quickly because it's hot and humid weather. So from that point, we started to build some more hygienic practices like washing our hands every time we come home or wiping our hands every time we come to the car, wiping down things like our steering wheel and our phones with, disinfectant spray, and just being really conscious of what that meant to us. And so I'm excited to share this with you. Didn't really think I would be sharing this with you, but it is super important to health and it's made a massive difference and added so much value to our family and our immunity. So the first tip or the first thing that we keep in mind when it comes to house cleaning habits, and you'll hear me say this again and again, but it's keeping your spaces clear. Having spaces for, or certain spots for your items so that it's not cluttered. When things are cluttered, this is when it makes it really hard to clean. Because our spaces are clear, it's easy to remove everything off the counter every single night and just disinfect, both in the bathroom and the kitchen. So that's a daily habit for us, number 2, to disinfect the counters. And we literally remove everything, the fruit basket and the plants off of the counters, and we take our vinegar alcohol spray and spray it down and disinfect the counters in all the house every single day. We also sweep the floor every single day. We don't necessarily mop, but we sweep the floors, the hardwood floors every single day because it keeps the dust down. And when we're in and out, we have dogs, we have a dog, we have kids. The kids are not dogs. I'm like plural kids, not dogs. The dog does think he's a kid though. But when we're in and out of the house every day, it really brings in like grass and dust bunnies and all kinds of stuff. And that can really clutter like your air. And it sounds funny, but you'll notice that if you don't sweep as much, the dust layer on your shelves and your windows and stuff is a lot thicker than if you just sweep every day. So it really helps maintain your floors, and especially with us floor sleeping, we really need our floors to be clean. The next thing we do every day is just take out the trash. And I don't do it daily, I do it weekly. I like to disinfect the trash bins. Same way we do the counters. I mean, you're sticking trash in there, and even though it's lined, maybe you have it lined, it's really important to disinfect, because when certain dirts get there and bacteria grows, you don't see it, but it grows, and if you don't treat it or do something about it, it will continue to grow, and then it just becomes like a dirty spot that you don't want to touch. So trash is daily. Number 5, these are our weekly things now. The next thing we do is weekly, we actually go around and disinfect the door handles, the light switches, things like the fridge handle, the cabinet handles, underneath the tables, or like the backs of the chairs where you're pulling out. We just go around and do it really quick. It only takes about 5 minutes to get through the whole house and disinfect those things and just give them a good wipe. And then number 6, we wash all our linens and blankets, towels, etc. every single week. Number 7, weekly, we get the mirrors and the glass. Splatter spots, we try to keep it wiped down, but even if it looks clean, I think it's important to disinfect those areas, since especially in the bathroom, the water splatters on the window or the mirror, and that's like, that thing bothers me so much. And I think part of it is just the way that the faucet is set up here in these bathrooms. The backsplash, I think, or if you're toothbrushing and that kids, I'm blaming the kids, not me, with their toothbrushing and the backsplash, you know, with their electric toothbrushes spraying against the mirror, that's a space for bacteria to grow. So it's important to disinfect those regularly. And every week we vacuum the entire house and clean the toilets. So alongside with that, we talked about the floors. We'll mop the floor probably monthly. And I'm kind of inserting this into my list because I forgot to add that. We don't mop the floors regularly. I would say bi-weekly to monthly, just depending on how we feel about it. And sometimes we'll just spot clean. So it's nice to have a weekly schedule. And then for the monthly things, to split each of them up, meaning once a week you do one of the categories for the month so that you're not doing it all in one day and it doesn't become a big cleaning day. So the next thing on our monthly list is our bath and curtains. Believe it or not, your shower curtain or your like bath liner is probably one of the dirtiest places in the home. So to fill the tub up and add like some baking powder and some vinegar and let the curtain soak so that you can scrub it is really nice. And then you can take that excess baking powder and vinegar in the tub and scrub the tub as well to help disinfect. It's a great way to keep it clean. It reduces hard water buildup and like staining, and it's just really nice to make sure that it's completely disinfected. We will also take the time to tag our walls once a month with just a wet cloth or maybe a magic erase and look for areas that are scuffed or scraped that can be cleaned off. Sometimes they might be just the door where fingerprints start touching the door and kind of leave just a little darkness behind or something like that. We try to look for these areas. That's probably the favorite thing for the kids to do, is run around trying to clean the walls. And then just, it makes, especially having white walls, like look spotless, to just regularly touch up the areas that need cleaning, especially the door frames and the edges of the door as well. We also take the time to check our shelving and our cabinets. So these shelves like this, I don't wipe this down every day like I do the counters or like that sort of thing. Once a month we will just remove the books, remove the plant off of all of the surfaces, including in the cabinets. We'll take the things out of the cabinets and just wipe it all down. This is great in the medicine cabinet. For some reason I feel like the medicine cabinet really develops, like maybe because the products that you use usually have like oil base or like some sort of liquid base, so they need some good cleaning once in a while, and it just feels so good to get the dust out of those corners, and I just really enjoy it. So we do that once a month. And lastly, we always check in on organizing our spaces. So once a month, while we're doing this cleaning, of course, we're trying to put things back in the cabinet and reorganize it after we clean them out. And that's a great time to say, hey, like, what's this doing in the back of the cabinet? Do I need this, or can I declutter this? And it's sort of a natural progression that happens. Of course, I say these things are daily, weekly, once a month. We're not strict about it. Like sometimes we're really busy and we might forget to sweep the floors today, and that's totally fine. I don't know if you guys heard that. That was thunder. It's been cracking like crazy lately, just randomly, and then we'll just start to downpour. But so it's not like we're strict about it, but this is something that we just kind of naturally gravitate to as needed. If you have a hard time keeping it in mind, then you know what? Let's do a house cleaning habits, a house cleaning checklist. I will make one for you, and you can download that for free below based on what I have. And so if you guys have anything else to add to that, stick it in the comments below, because then I will update it based on things that you guys might add. But for now, I'll make one based off of this video, download it in the link below, and yeah, and then I will update it if you guys have anything else to add. So thank you guys so much for these requested videos. They're a lot of fun. I hope you guys have been enjoying them. If you do, let me know by hitting thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. We talk about simple ways to level up your current reality. And as always, leave your comments and questions below. Remember to go out there, be good, be great, be grateful. I'm so grateful for you guys, and I hope you enjoy your day. Ciao for now.